Now, we talk about the chest area. What you have to realize is that this vertebrae sits like so. So in actual fact, the cow's chest doesn't go from here to here. The actual space inside where the heart and the lungs lie has got to be in this area here. So the actual functional part of the chest, that part which holds the heart and lungs, those vital organs which are just fundamental for milk production or any form of production, is in a much more restricted area than what you would normally think. Okay? What you've got to realize is that it takes 400 mils of blood to pump through the udder to make 1 mil of milk. Okay, so if you've got a Holstein cow who's giving 50 litres, 50 by 400 was 20,000 when I went to school. So 20,000 litres of blood has to flow through that udder in a 24-hour period to make that volume of milk, to extract the nutrients and extract the fluids and all the things that are involved in milk production. Now, if you think of the size of a 20,000 litre water tank, it's pretty bloody big. And also, you have to think, you haven't got 6-inch irrigation pipes for that blood to flow through. You've got little arteries. Okay, the heart is pumping, that blood is under pressure, I know. But if you had a little hose like that going into a 20,000 litre tank and you had 24 hours, you can imagine the flow rate has to be quite extreme to get that to function. And the cow won't give that yield unless she has that amount of blood flowing through. It's as simple as that. So inside this chest, which is much smaller than what we actually ever imagined, hopefully, we have to have this heart and to pump the blood, and we have to have lungs functioning to actually oxygenate that blood to make the whole thing work. Okay, so it's vital that we have this chest as good as possible. We've got 13 of these chest vertebrae. Here we've got the last neck vertebrae, and here we have the first thoracic vertebrae. And behind that one there, we're going to have another 12 which come to this area here. You can see where this last rib is angling up to. That would be about the location of the 13th thoracic vertebrae. Now, the shape of these vertebrae differ. And these are from the same cow, and you might find that, you know, suddenly these vertebrae start getting a bit longer. Then they get even longer. But as we come back to this part here, you'll find these vertebrae don't have such large processes on them. Okay, so you'll find that the actual space where the heart and lungs lie is going to be in a line like so. And you can sort of, if you were to feel here, you can feel where these ribs are coming out, which is right down there, and there's this line along there, which gives you an idea of how long these processes are. Can you appreciate that? If you're not clear, just wave your hand, because I know what I'm saying, but I'm not sure what you're hearing, and so if there's ever any doubt, don't hesitate to wave your hand around. Okay, so we've got these thoracic vertebrae. They are shorter in length of body than what the neck ones were, but as we said, the longer each individual one is, the longer that chest is going to be. We want length of chest because that's going to give us more volume for the heart and lungs to lie in. We want to have great depth, and we want to have width. Now, the width is created by the ribs, and you'll find on each of these thoracic vertebrae, we've got these little areas at the front and the back where ribs are going to attach. So, yeah, I'm actually going to change my program, and while I've got these vertebrae here, I'm going to start talking about the ribs.